In this video, we are going to look at some of the basic array methods to perform operations like adding, removing, and changing an array element. And to learn about different methods, we have three variables here: colors, colors2, and numbers. Colors and colors2 is a collection of color names. Numbers is a collection of numbers, but one thing you can see is like number value is nested one inside another array. So let's start with flat. So here we can see numbers array has multiple layers of array inside it. So flat is used for creating a flat structure of array. So if you just call it numbers dot flat, by default it will convert the array of first layer into a flat structure. But if you pass a value like 4, so flat accepts one parameter that defines to what depth they will be making it flat. So we are saying 4. So till fourth layer, it will be able to convert this array into a flat structure. So as soon as we press enter, we'll get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the structure is flat if you compare it with this array. But there are certain situations in which you don't know to what extent of depth you have to make it flat. In those situations, what you can do is call flat. Here, you just call infinity. It means that whatever extent it is, just make it flat. Next 5 methods like concat, push, pop, shift, and unshift is used for adding and deleting elements from an array. So let's start with concat. So concat does exactly how it works in string. It concatenates two different array and returns a new array. So here we can say I want to concatenate colors. So we'll say colors.concat, and I want to concat this with colors2. So if you do that, it will return an array of length 8 and you'll get all the values from colors and colors2. You can also pass multiple parameters. So not only colors2, you can also pass numbers. So it will combine colors, colors2, and numbers all together in the same array. And that we can see it here. The method push is used for adding an element to the array. But there is one important thing we need to understand. Push adds the element in the last of the index. So here if you look at aqua is index 0, brown is 1, black is 2, and gold is 3. So if I say colors dot push will add a new element, and that is white at the end of the array. So now if we look at colors variable, we'll see it has 5 elements: aqua, brown, black, gold, and white. So here the element added will be added at the end of the array. Now let's look at pop. Pop is used for deleting one element from an array. Pop doesn't accept any parameter, but it returns the element that got deleted. So you see that last time we added one element using push at the end of the colors array, and using pop you are deleting that element from the end. One thing to notice in non-primitive data type is the concept called mutation. So mutation means you are able to change the original array. That means that if I have an object called obj that has a property name that is Sam, and here if I say obj.name is equal to Arya, what we are actually doing is we are mutating the value of obj, that is an object, from Sam to Arya. So that is known as mutation. We have to take care of that in non-primitive values. So when we were talking about string method, we were not talking about this concept, but because here we are talking about array methods, an array is an object is a non-primitive value, and non-primitive value can be mutated. You can mutate the original value. So these methods that we are talking about, some of them mutates the original value, some of them doesn't. So let's see. So what happened when we used flat? So we said something like this. So numbers.flat infinity. Now if you look at numbers, you will see the original array did not get mutated. It means that the original array did not get changed. Let's look at colors. Colors has 4 elements right now. What if I do colors.push and I add a new value white? Now if you look at colors again, you will see the original value got changed from this to this. So that is what mutation is. So flat does not mutate the array, concat doesn't mutate the array, push mutates the array, pop mutates the array. Let's move on to shift and unsift. So shift is used for removing the first element and shifting the other elements to the lower index. What do I mean when I say that? Let's look at colors array. So colors on 0th index we have aqua, on first index we have brown. So as soon as we say colors.shift, it will delete the 0th index and shift all the other values to one lower index. So let's just try doing it. And now the value of colors is an array, but at 0th index you will see the value brown. Similarly, let's go ahead and try doing unshift. So we'll say colors is this array. I'll do colors.unshift. Unshift is used for adding elements in the start of the array. Like similarly, we were using push to add element at the end of the array. You can use unshift to add element in the start of the array. And the respective other elements will be pushed on the higher index. So let's just try to add a new color in the start of the array, tomato. Press enter. Now if we look at these values, we'll see tomato got added at 0th index and the values like brown, black, gold and white got shifted one higher index. And one more thing to notice is like both these methods, unshift and shift, mutates the original array. You can also add multiple elements using unshift. So not only tomato, you can also say A, and we can also add B here. When we press enter, we'll see the values of color changed from A, B, tomato, brown, black, gold and white. Let's move on to next methods like index of, last index of, includes and reverse. So index of is used for finding the index of the element. So what you can do is colors dot index of and will pass aqua. So here, because we have already mutated the array, this value will not be available. So let's just refresh the page and look at colors again. So colors has aqua now. So what you can do, you can just say colors dot index of and will pass aqua. And we'll see the aqua is present at 0th index. Similarly, you can also do black. And whenever the value is not present, like black ABC, it will return -1 whenever it cannot find a value inside the array. Similarly, last index of gives you the last index of the same element. Say, for example, we have an array of num that has 1, 2, 3 and 1 again. When we say num dot index of, and I am looking for the index of 1, it is 0, but when we say last index of, it will give 4. Similarly, we have includes that returns boolean value, that is true or false. So we can say colors dot includes, and here we can say does it include aqua. If it does, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Reverse is used for reversing the index of the array. So what we can do is we can say colors dot reverse and press enter. Now what happened, the index that was the last became the first and the first index became the last. So one thing to notice here is like, let's just look at the colors variable. Does it mutate the array or not? So here we can see once you apply the reverse method on the array, you can see the original array got changed from aqua, brown, black, gold, gold, black, brown, aqua. So you can see original array got changed. It means that reverse will mutate the array. Let's move on to last two method, that is splice and slice. So splice and slice is used for removing any specific element from the array. So we can say colors dot splice, and here I want to splice. First parameter is when to start. So I'm saying just 0. So it will splice everything. Now if you look at colors, you will find it to be an empty array. Let's refresh the page and try it again. So we'll say colors dot splice and the start index is 1. If we press enter, we'll see colors only has one value. So it means start from index 1 and remove everything. I'll refresh the page again, and there are also some optional parameter that you can pass. How many elements you want to delete? It means delete count. So I want you to start from index 1 and delete 2 elements. So now if we look at colors, it will have 2 elements, and here they deleted 2 elements. And it also mutates the array. One more thing to notice about splice is it also accepts third parameter. So you want to start from 1 and delete 2 elements, but do you want to add something instead of that? So what can happen is, like, I'm just going to refresh the page, look at colors value, and here I'll say start from index 1, that is brown, delete 2 elements, that is black and gold, and add 1 element, that is white. So you can also use splice to add element, and that is the third parameter you pass. So now if you look at colors, you'll see it will have a value aqua, white, and gold. So when they deleted brown and black, instead of that, they will add a new element, that is white. Let's move on to the last method, that is slice. Slice acts very similar to splice. One of the difference is splice mutates the array and slice doesn't. Let's just check it out. Slice accepts first parameter, that is start. Where do you want to start and where do you want to end? So I want to start at 0 and end at 1. Now if you look at colors, you'll see, so the value remain intact. It means that slice doesn't mutate the original array. Whatever value there will be in the original array will remain the same, but it will return the element that got deleted from that colors array. So here, not only that, you can also pass colors.slice, and I need to pass till 3. Go ahead and delete these all elements, but colors will remain intact, but these are the elements that will get deleted if you're deleting it using slice. So here we learned about different methods, and one important criteria to understand is there are a lot of methods which are mutating the array, and there are a lot of that doesn't mutate the array. So flat doesn't mutate the array, concat doesn't mutate the array, push, pop, shift, unshift, they all mutates the array. Index of, last index of, it doesn't do anything, includes, reverse mutates the array, and splice mutates the array. So in this way we learned about some of the basic methods that we can apply on array to change the value.